Good morning, everybody. Here's hoping you can actually see me. Today we're going to be doing a Pilates workout for the leg type, which is going to be completely known as Pilates flow. If you start standing and work out where you are, I've chosen to use a glute band this morning. Fortunately, we're on to our final full week, and next week will be our kind of final Monday, Tuesday. While you're getting yourself ready, if I talk to you about the fact that the reality would appear that we will open, and that's something that this morning was hugely helpful for me to know, that it looks as though on the Wednesday we will open to full service as we were pre this second lockdown. While you're getting ready then, have it so that your feet are parallel, have it so that you've got space. I'm going to be using the full length of a mat. I've chosen a glute band because I've actually got a problem with one of my knees. I caught it on something doing flat packs, and it's definitely affected my cartilage, and I need to let it recover, but doing squats doesn't always do that. Anyway, let's get ourselves going. The routine today will have an add-on flow. In other words, I'm going to start you with your squats. So if you get going into your squats, inhaling and down you go, and exhaling and back up. Keep going with your squats while I just see if I can get this big screen working as well, because I can see people who are trying to sign in, and that's wonderful. Those of you that are in the room, get yourself signing in, and I'll see if I can see more happening on the TV screen, because it's just decided that it didn't really want to work. So let's see who's in there. Patricia and Diane, great to see you. In fact, there are quite a few of you here, which is lovely. I just wish I could see your names, which I can't. You keep doing what you're doing. So the squats will be the first part of the routine, and everything we do will then go back to the squat. Hopefully you can see really clearly. And I'm going to have to give up, hello Margaret, on the TV part of this, trying to pick up what I'm doing on the camera. Forgive that shift there. You know what, sometimes technology just doesn't deliver. So I'll have one more attempt. What I tend to do is plug this into a machine, a TV, and it should just mirror what's going on. But right now, even though I did a trial run, it's choosing not to. All right, it's too distracting. Apologies that I can't see who's in the room. I'm coming back to my place as your teacher. All right, I take over from here and get this flow going. You've got your squats, and we're going to start counting. More or less 6 squats, down, inhale, down you go, and breath out, up you stand. I'm using the squat and using the glute band to wake up the kind of primary global muscles, as we usually do. And on this squat now, we're going to add on. So you've done your 6 squats, we'll always go back to this. The add-on then is that end range movement that you're used to doing, and you're inhaling, lowering, lifting, and breathing out, lowering, lifting. Making sure that in your first squats, it's our warm-up, isn't it, that you've got your alignment, neutral pelvis, no tucking under you, sway back, flat backs, and then up you come to stand and ready for your squats again. Down to the squat and up out of the squat. This is like going from the top. It's known as an add-on routine. So we'll squat with better and better technique and more breathing involvement. Inhaling to lower and breath out to come back up. And then we stay and we do our deepening, our kind of end range switch on that goes straight to your hamstrings and glutes. If you keep the side of the bargain of constant breath, then you will not go far wrong. So the add-on from here then is exhale to a transitional roll down, keeping the legs bent, and then take yourself into your hands and knees. So you can see how we need the mat. Spread your fingers out, make sure your thighs are parallel, and you've got your hovering knees. Breath out, push the ground away, inhale and touch. Breath out to press and touch. Exhaling and inhaling. 3 more. And inhaling to touch. Breathing out, belly button to spine, core connection through the pelvic floor and obliques, and you're ready now to transition back through the rolling. So your feet go heels down, arches active, and then pelvic tilt, roll your spine back, perfect standing alignment, and your squats. Now if you wanted to add a few kind of arm connections, if you want to send your arms forwards and then pull them backwards, you can. Whichever way, we've only got 6 squats. And the squats, ideally, you using the glute band to press slightly into it, if indeed you have one, and your shoulder and pelvic connection staying neutral. So this is my 6th squat. I'm going to stay down. You then do your end range. If you remember, that would be like an inhale down and up, and a breath out, down and up. You keep the bargain of the breath while I keep talking. Okay, so we add on to this sequence here. So I'm going to add on to come out of your squat. When you go into your squat, step one leg to the side, step it back together, stand out of your squat. Go to the other side, step out, step the leg back together, back into your squat. So you're going squat, reach, return and stand, lower, reach the side and standing. The side push comes with your thigh bone pushing to the side and then stand, down, thigh to the side and then stand, once more each side. So we go 1, 2, 3 and stand. Last time. You can stay down this time and the transition is you rolling down, so breathe in. Exhaling, transitional roll down, and that's more for the upper back than anywhere. And then all the way. The position you go is you're hovering knees again, so we're working our way through what we've done so far before we add on. Breath out, the ground is ready with the hands pushing, hollow the abdominals, hovering knees and inhale lower. If you have a glute band, then that slight pushing of the thigh bones against the band is what you need. You need to be sure that nothing's happening to the lower back. Your shoulders, your chest is between your thumbs, and the breath muscles increasingly involved and feeling comfortable expanding and contracting, okay? Now we add on after this one, so you're going to stay down in your all fours, breathe out and take your right leg out sideways and inhale back in. Exhaling, inhaling and return. The abduct, so your side bottom work, find the armpits and keep the oblique connection by using pelvic floor, navel to spine. 2 more, inhaling, 1 more, placing it back, checking everything is neutral and aligned, off you go to the other side. The breath out, the thigh bone pulls away from the kneeling leg and returns back. The breath out, pelvic floor, trans wall, this isn't leg action only, it's trunk stability work with limb loading. 3 more. Make sure your knee grazes and touches the ground each time it returns back under the hip. You have 1 more. And then toes tuck under, hands come backwards. You push back till you find your feet parallel. Breathe in, exhaling, and you're rolling up, ready to go from the top. Crown of the head is reaching, core connect. Find your squat and stand. If you want to change your arms, you could pull your arms out sideways and pull them back in. You could keep your arms reaching backwards. There are loads of ways of kind of having a little bit of an add-on once you understand the basic movement pattern. But obviously the biggest deal here is that you get your squat as sound as is possible. Okay, we stay down here and we add the lowering and lifting with the inhale, the crown of the head reaching. You feel the ground under the heel, the outside of the foot, the toes. The thighs are staying wide as the ankle joint and outside of the foot is. Last 2 moments and last one. And you stand up, squat and side tap, stand up. Down you go, reach the leg out, pull the legs together, standing up. If you're using the resistance band, resist the band on the leg that's standing and on the leg that's pushing out and in. All of your load should end up in the side bottom. Use the breath out, I think, to do the push. So whichever way your breathing's going, let the breathing out, push away, pull back, and once more to each side. Push, pull and stand. Last time, push, pull and stand. Now this is the add-on. You're going to do a knee lift and a knee lift. If you want, you can bring your arms forwards, lift the knee up. So I diagonal, bring one arm across the body. It helps the stability of the standing leg and the balance. You need to know that when I do this without doing the filming moment, I'm perfectly stable. The minute, I think it's because I'm talking all the way through. Whichever way, you're not aiming to pull your knee really high. You want the flexor at the hip to work without you tucking your bottom under, you flat backs, you sway backs. So to pull your knee forwards and up without there being any tucking under pelvically is a true knee lift. Okay, just once more each side. And you're ready to do transition roll down. Breathing out to roll. You're not tucking your bottom under. Find yourself ready for your roll forwards position. And here we go. First move, remember, spreading the fingers, finding your alignment. Breath out to lift and inhale to lower. Inhaling and lower. Inhaling and lower. The volume of breath out will directly match the volume of breath in. So if you're feeling you lack energy, focus on the inhale, and then your exhale should be as long as your inhale and vice versa. Staying there then. Breathing out, we take the right thigh into abduct. Inhale, it returns. On this one, if you wanted to take your left hand away because it's your right leg working, that's like a progression that as the workout's building up, you should feel fit to include. Breathing out to abduct without twisting the hips. Inhale to pull the body back, lining up the thighs. Ready for your other side. If it's your left leg that's abducting and returning, that's going out to the side, bent, and returning back in, you could have your right hand to your chest, reminding all of the obliques of the connection and getting that kind of diagonal connection between the left armpit, rib cage, to the right hip bone, flexors, abdominals. Last two, and last one. Okay, adding on here then, you're going to go pressing down with the chest and pushing back. Now if you want to take your hands wider, do so. All that matters as you do this chest press is that there's symmetry. And I know lots of people are doing DIY, and that often leaves your shoulder very rotated almost, or the arm within the shoulder. The rotator cuffs become a bit unusual in their alignment. So to add a chest press is a great way of going back to that open upper body, activating your latissimus, so the back of the armpit area, and serrats is never a bad thing. Okay, this is your last one. And we've added on, so we're now ready to push yourself back, ground yourself through the outside of the foot and heels, exhale and return your spine shape back, growing taller each time you roll up. Into the squats you go. Remember, it's up to you how you squat in terms of whether you add any arm action. Keep the chin nodded in, open the chest, and as the squat goes down to its deepest level, your upper back, if you're using arm pulls, should feel for the rhomboids, the upper back workout area. And the squat, there's no tucking under. Next time you're down there, stay. Everyone, if you want your arms out to get some upper back, you've got your increased end range connection. That simply means that you get more feedback because you're emphasizing the hamstring glute. But if you're breathing deeply in and out, you're also emphasizing the breathing muscles to support the posture in this forwards flexed hip position. Last two, last one. And then you're going to stand, exhale. We're going to do 6 on one side. So we're staying down. The development is that we're managing to stabilize repeatedly by pushing your right leg out and pulling it back in. Last time. Transition, check your pelvic position and spine is level as you take the leg out and in. grounding through the outsides of the feet, getting your hamstring right into the back of this bum area, thigh area here to act, up into your glutes, resisting with the band left to right, and then when the legs come back together, up you stand. Ready then for your knee lift, so you can pull one arm down and it's a great connection for balancing, okay? So the ability to lift the knee, I'm going to make my legs lift lower because I've got longish hamstrings. In other words, they're just a normal length, but I don't have any kind of reduction in range. I can lift my knee high without tucking under. Most of you, your knee will be here. It will not be up by your waist. It won't be higher than your hip bone. Your knee will just lift at the highest to kind of down there, okay? Once you understand that, you'll be able to core connect, keep neutral spine, pelvic connection, and therefore that the move becomes something that's really beneficial to the posture in terms of correction. All right, ready to add on? We have our side walk. Find the squat, choose your line, core connect. You're going to go side, together, side, together, side, together, and stay tap, then side, side. If you see your mat as being four areas of side with the thigh push, I'm now in the centre, I'm now at one end, side and side tap and side tap. The abductor, the thighs taking you across, no tucking under, no Ed the Eagle likenesses. This is the last time. Stay, legs together and stand. A small squat shape with the legs as you do your baby roll down, breathing all the way. And you find yourself back onto your hands and knees, fingers spread. It's the knee hovers first then, find that true box shape alignment. Exhaling, the ground, you press your hands into the ground and inhaling, shoulders away from the neck. The deeper the breath in, the better the trunk connection out. If you have your glute bands, your thighs need to pull against it. And again, don't tuck under, you'll stress out the sacroiliac area. You're better off keeping the legs a bit higher if you struggle, because you tend to tuck under and let your head lower down. Whichever way, that's your last one. Now we have our abduct. So right thigh bone pressing away, inhale and return. Keep your left arm back this time if you want. Feel the breathing connection. Sense the right area of the body activated with no other part getting involved unnecessarily. And pelvic floor, navel to spine, stability for the trunk, mobility for the hip, ready for the other side. Check your alignment and send the leg away. Reach your arm sides. The knee, remember, just grazes the ground as the legs come in. Use your breath out to expand and your inhale to return. Breathe out to work to resist. Inhale, control that energy back. Breath out. Inhaling the gradual return, not the sudden drop. And there you stay. Ready for your chest press. Palms flat, fingers wide open. And you're encouraging your upper body to find the back of the shoulder, to find the back of your armpit, and to connect with your trunk breathing alignment. In other words, a completely neutral pelvis to the base of the skull. With the right breath and right range of movement, you will restore balance through the upper back. Remember, it's your forehead that leads down, through the upper back, starting from the front of the pelvis, and then you feel your arms. And adding on here then, we're going back. I've taken my hands narrower, I'm going to go out and out to plank. I'm going to come in and in, breathe in. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Remember, while you're doing this, you've got 3 more full ones. Your core connect, you're keeping on pressing the ground away. You're allowing your shoulder blades to stay connected through the back of the spine, and there's your last one. Ready then to go from the top. I push backwards, let my head hang, and roll the spine up. Final sequence, folks. Squatting, whether you're taking your arms out and back. Inhale the squat down, breath out, pull it forwards, as in the hips come forwards. Inhaling down you go, and this next time we stay down, so staying down there, and inhale down and up, exhale down and up. 3 more, inhale down and up, exhale down and up, and stay. Hands on the hips, we're going to the side 6 times with one leg, side and tap, reach and tap, and then to the other side, centre and transference of load. Get the load landing in the side of the bottom, hamstring, resist the twist. 3 more, ankle stabilising, and standing upright. Ready for your knees. Lift and lower, lift and lower. If you're happy, you can bring one hand across. Breathing deeply in and out. Really fell over talking. Okay, people, and ready for your side walk. Find the squat. You're going to side together, side together, side together, side and tap. Out, step together, abductors leading the way. A sure footing. As the leg goes to the ground and reaches, it's the thigh and the glute band that lead you away. Nearly there. And last time, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to stay, because this is all we've got time for if I'm being true to a 20-minute version of what we do. Stay here. Get really, really tight in the hamstring glute. Peel one heel up and do another 6 kind of lower lift, lower lift, lower lifts with one leg dominant. Place that heel down, other side. Take out the eagle, chin, upper spine, rounding. Everything should be beautifully neutral. You're breathing. And then plant your heel down. Pelvic tilt. And you're back to stand. That's all we have time for this first part of the power flow. Your next video, if you're tuning in straight away again, is a similar version of flowing through a repeat of some Pilates work on the mat. You may or may not need your glute band. That's your choice for the next version of life. Always a choice. And hopefully I'll see you very soon. And hopefully those that have just done this now, you get your day off to a great start. We're in this together and we're nearly through it. Stay well. I'll see you soon.